Good morning, all. I welcome you for the lecture series in the course Manufacturing and Measurement Techniques. So today we have three major instruments which are used widely in the field of quality engineering. Let us discuss one by one. One is Vernier and micrometer and depth gauge. So these are topics for today's discussion, and let us do a small empathy on this part. So let us take the diagram of a flange coupling which is shown here. So we have to measure the dimensions like 75 mm the outside diameter and 50 mm the flange diameter. And there is a small holes on the either side of the component, which is the diameter is 6 mm, and we have three holes across this pitch circle diameter, and we have a lot of linear dimensions with reference to the base of the flange, and we have a reference to the thread. We have what is the thread and what is the thickness and the pitch of the thread is given. So considering this particular diagram, so we need to first identify which dimension is to be measured from right from the clockwise 12 o'clock. So let us take this as one as 60 mm, that is this inside diameter. So we need to use certain instruments. So what are the instruments we can use? Yes, we already have the topic for the today. That is Vernier caliper as well as micrometer and depth gauge. These are the major instruments that is being used here. So it is a versatile tool as we seen in the last lecture, and the least count for the same is 0.02, and it uses main scale reading as well as Vernier scale reading. Let us not put more time on this, and we'll go to the components and functionality. It is used in various fields, and the essential parts of the caliper we have already seen. The core function of the caliper is to read linear measurements. And here we have micrometer, where micrometer has the components like anvil, which is not moving, it's a fixed one. And the spindle part is attached to the barrel. And this spindle will move forward and backward. And we have sleeve with the vernier graduations and a spindle lock. And we have a thimble and a ratchet stop. And we have a knurling part to have a strong grip. And we have a C-frame to hold the components inside. So this is a high precision instrument which has a least count of 0.01, and it is operating principle is a screw thread. One complete revolution of thimble moves the spindle a fixed precise distance, that is example of 0.5. And micrometer components reading main scale for initial readings, rotating scale for fine adjustments, control pressure for consistency, interpret scales for measurement, and ensures precise measurements. So in the context of vernier height gauge, so we have the same principle of vernier caliper. It is used for high resolution measurements, and precision measurement we use height gauges, and the base is a stable foundation for the gauge where everything is taken with the reference as the base. And these are all the applications, that is functionality of this vernier height gauge is primarily used for layout work, marking machine lines, and for comparative height measurements in quality control. The accuracy is highly dependent on the flatness of the base. So it is very important to make the component fix and take the datum of the component so that all the measurements that is taken in height gauge is being perfect and improved. So let us summarize this topic, that is precision measuring tools. We have vernier caliper, micrometer, we also call it a screw gauge, and vernier height gauge and depth micrometer. In all the instruments, we have seen what is the functionality, what is the principle and the precision, and the components of all the instruments. That is like in screw gauge, we have seen thimble, anvil, and spindle, everything. And applications, we have seen the first empathy drawing. Likewise, every component in the automobile sector will have a different kind of components, and those components will have a engineering drawing and the dimensions are mentioned by the designer. The person who is in the quality checking has to ensure all the components dimensions are being measured properly and everything is within the tolerance limit, that is acceptable limit. And we have a small assessment here. A quality control technician needs to perform following measurements on a newly machined engine part. The outside diameter is being measured with high accuracy with the help of micrometer, and depth of the blind gold with the help of depth micrometer, and precise height is measured by Vernier height gauge. It's an explicit quiz. I hope you all understood what are the importance of these three instruments. So these are the references for your reference. Thank you all.